Now it's time to build your first real AI agent, the Lead Qualification Assistant. This is the agent that will review your customer call transcripts and tell us if it's a strong lead or not worth following up. You have two options for this part. If you want to save time, you can import the pre-built agent using the JSON file that I've linked below. Or you can follow along step by step, and I'll show you exactly how to build the agent from scratch. We'll walk through both approaches. For both approaches, you will want to start by clicking Create Workflow. If you'd like to import the JSON file, instead of doing step by step, click on the top three dots and select Import from File. This AIagents.json file is included in the description of this course. Download the file and navigate to it here. Select Open. Once you've imported the file, we have both the Lead Qualifier Agent and the e-commerce chatbot in one N8N file. Once you've imported your file, you'll notice that there are two broken nodes. We have not connected the brain, the OpenAI key that we created earlier. To import the OpenAI key, double-click on OpenAI, create a new credential, and paste in the API key that you created using OpenAI. Click on Save, and you'll see that the connection has tested successfully. Close this out by clicking the X, and close this out one more time by clicking in the gray area. You'll notice that our e-commerce chatbot is still broken. So let's double click on OpenAI down there as well. And all we have to do is close out. It brings in the key automatically. What you see on the screen are our two working AI agents, a lead qualifier agent and an e-commerce chatbot. Now let's take a step back for everybody who wanted to build this from scratch. Highlight everything on the screen and delete. If you'd rather build the lead qualification agent step by step, you're in the right place. This is a great way to really understand how each piece works and how to customize it to your own business needs. I've included a Word document in the course resources where you can follow along as we go. The instruction for this agent begin on page 8, and I'll walk through them with you one section at a time. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll have built a fully working AI agent that can accept transcripts as an input, use OpenAI to evaluate them, and return structured, usable responses like, yes, this is a good lead because they mentioned a bulk order. Step 1. Add a manual trigger. Click on the plus sign that says Add First Step and select Trigger Manually. This node is used to execute your workflow whenever you'd like. When we click Execute Workflow, we'll see what happens. One item has moved from my Start node to the next node. In the next step, we need to add a Code node by clicking the plus sign and typing code. Select this code node, and we'll be able to add some information here. We often get the question, why are we using code here? I thought this was a no-code tool. N8N is a low-code tool, and you will not need code like this in your business applications. In the real world, your business already has data from a CRM, a website, a support platform, or a chat tool. But in this training, we need to create some test data, and we're going to use JavaScript to do so. Again, this node is only necessary because we don't have any data to work with. Go ahead and remove all text in this code box by selecting it and clicking Delete. The code is listed on page 9 of the Word document, and I'm going to paste it into this box. Let's close out this step by clicking in the gray area. Then we can execute this workflow one more time. This time, you'll notice one item was sent from the Start node into the Code node, and 4 items were sent out. This is simply our fake data. We can see the data by double-clicking into the node and looking to the right of this box. The box in the middle can be moved left and right so you can see one side or the other. There are 3 options on what kind of data you want to see. Do you want to see table, schema, or JSON? If you are a non-technical business user, you'll probably prefer the table view. If you are a technical person, you may prefer the JSON view, and we will use the schema view later. Let's choose table. This is our sample data with 4 items. Again, your business logic will not need a code node. You will have data like this somewhere in your systems that N8N can access. In our data, we have 4 transcripts, one from Jordan, one from Alex, etc. There are 2 columns, the name of the customer and the transcript from their call, text, email. As an example, Jordan says, "Hi, I'm looking to place a large order of custom bags for an upcoming corporate event, probably around 300 units. And we have other examples below. The job of this AI agent is to qualify these 4 items and tell us if they are good leads or bad leads. In the real world, this is probably not 4 transcripts. This might be 4,000 transcripts. Let's click in the gray area and move to our next step. Now that we have our sample data in place, it's time to add the heart of the workflow, the AI agent. This is where the magic happens. We'll send each customer transcript into OpenAI, and the agent will decide if it's a good lead, just like a real assistant would. This step is where you define the agent's role, the kind of reasoning it should apply, and how it should respond. To add the AI agent, click on the plus sign and type AI agent. Click on the AI agent. Now that we've added the AI agent node, let's teach it how to do its job. This node takes 2 inputs, the prompt. This is data that changes, so new leads and new customer transcripts coming in. And the system message. This is the playbook or guide telling the agent how to think and what to look for. Think of it like this. You've just hired a brand new assistant and gave them a stack of voicemails. You also hand them a 1-page cheat sheet that tells them how to qualify leads. That 1-pager is called your system message. And the stack of voicemails, this is your prompt. It changes with every customer. Start by clicking Source for the prompt and changing it from a chat trigger to Define below. Remember, the prompt is your always changing data, so the customer's name and the voicemail transcript. Add 2 words to the prompt, name and transcript. We're telling our agent what the person's name is and what they said. On the left-hand side here, make sure you're on the schema option. We can tell the agent the person's name by dragging name next to name in the prompt. Make sure it moves into the right place. The green text here is simply referencing that field, that column, the person's name. Let's do the same thing for transcript. Drag transcript into the prompt and drop it. The result gives you an example from the first row in the data. The name is Jordan Lee and the transcript is here. You can see the other examples by clicking the arrow here. We've given our AI agent some data that changes for each row, and will continue to change as we get new voicemails. Next, we need to add the system prompt. Remember, this is the 1-pager you would give a new employee on their first day, telling them how to qualify leads. Click on Add option and add a system message. On page 10 of the Word document, I've included the system message to copy and paste into this box. Let's delete what's in there already and paste in our system message. We're telling our new employee, our new AI agent, that you are a lead qualification assistant for an e-commerce store and your job is to determine if the phone call is a good lead or not. And it gives some information about what is a good lead and what is not a good lead. At the bottom of the prompt, we're telling the agent to respond in JSON with the name, whether the customer is a good lead or not, and some reasoning. This is simply a structured output for the AI agent. And since we want a structured output, we need to click on Require Specific Output Format. Let's click out of the AI agent to go to the next step. Our agent is almost ready, but needs 2 more pieces of information. We need to add its brain, the chat mode. Click on the plus sign under chat mode, and we can add our AI model. In this training, we're using OpenAI as the brain, but you can use other tools like Google Gemini and others. Click on OpenAI Chat Model. If you have not done so already, add your credential by clicking on OpenAI account, create new credential, and pasting your API key here from OpenAI. Let's close this out. The last piece we need to add to make this AI agent work is an output parser. This is simply telling the agent how to output the data so we can use it later. Click on the plus sign and select Structured Output Parser. On page 11 of the document, we have the text to use in this box. Delete what's in here already and paste in the text from page 11 on the Word document. Again, we're simply telling our AI agent to output the name of the person, is it a good lead or not, and why do you think so. Let's close this out by clicking the gray area, then click Execute Workflow one more time. If you watch what was happening, you saw one item move from the Execute Workflow into the code, 4 leads came out of the code and went into our AI agent. All 4 leads used the brain, OpenAI, to determine whether it was a good lead or not. And then all 4 leads were sent to the output parser to format the information in the right way. Let's double click the AI agent and see what its output was. We're going to use the table version of the output, but if you're more technical, you may want to look at the JSON version. The output shows 4 rows, each with a name, whether it's a good lead, and the reasoning. Our agent has told us that Jordan is a good lead and that Alex is not a good lead, and given us some reasoning for why they think so. And that's it. Your first AI agent is complete. You've built an assistant that can read real customer transcripts, decide if they're a qualified lead, and explain why. From here, you can send that data anywhere you want to take action. You can send qualified leads to Google Sheets, push them into your CRM like HubSpot or Salesforce, store them in a database. The option is yours. You probably noticed that this whole thing only took 3 nodes, a manual trigger, a code node, and an AI agent. Simple, right? This is why AI agents are exploding right now. They've given you real automation power with almost no technical barrier. And this is just your first one. Let's keep going.